another domestic trip because of someone's court-ordered travel restrictions. San Diego, here we come.
Let's do this. Are you serious, Jen?
Flower, $4,000. Box, $100. Cake, $3,000. Dance floor piano, $750. Cleanup, $500. Dancers, $900. $3,000. Casino, $4,000. Appetizers. And how much money did I get from Jen Shah?
0.
But if she's been my friend since college, then what is the problem?
Are you crazy?
People get mad because I just speak the truth, and then it's an issue.
What? Child. Anyways,
I have been a very good friend to you, and today was a tipping point for me with you dumping a drink on my head in front of our friends. It was embarrassing for you.
Are you serious?
Respected woman.
So am I.
Are ya?
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. And today we'll be looking at the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, episode 9 of season 3. And the episodes are just getting better and better and better. And at this point, I just feel like Dana and Angie K should have just been housewives, like full time at this point, because this episode solidified for me that Dana and Angie K are going to get snowflakes next year. All right, like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, won it, securing the bag.
So the episode basically opens up with Jen talking about her legal woes, how, you know, she is basically going to trial, saying that she's still innocent, when now that we know that she actually pleaded guilty, and, you know, she is facing sentencing in January. So we'll see what happens, if she gets house arrest, if she gets 30 years, because she's facing 14 to 30 years in prison. So more power to you. She's talking about she's going through her highs, her lows, and like going through hell, this, that, and the third. So, I mean, I could just send her some peace of mind and just prayers out to her. But I mean, regardless of the fact, she's going to have to be held accountable for the actions that she did. So we see Angie, Heather, and Dana. They all go out for breakfast. Angie H finds out that she didn't get invited to the trip. She's like, well, you know, this trip that y'all going on, fill me in since I didn't get the invite. And, you know, Dana was basically talking about, yeah, I got an invite from Meredith, so I'm gonna go. And I just feel weird about it because I'm not really cool with the Jen.
I don't know if you guys just like don't see it, don't recognize it, kind of just put up with it. I do not like it.
She's been doing that since I've known her. I am over it.
And Heather makes it about her, like, you know, everybody's coming at me, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do because this person doesn't like me, this person doesn't like me, this person doesn't like me.
A lot of people are coming at you right now, and I don't think it's fair.
I don't know if I even want to go at all. I feel like nobody actually wants me there.
So Angie asked Dana, she was like, so did Meredith invite you or was it Jen? Dana's like, Meredith. And I just found that funny because, you know, what was episode 3, Angie and Meredith went out for a little dinner date. And I think that Angie thought that, oh yeah, you know, we're cool enough, so why wouldn't Meredith invite me? I feel like the whole husband thing basically threw her off, because that would have threw me off too. Like, your husband is a grown man over here making fake Instagram accounts to troll other women. That's just kind of weird, you know? Like, if you're gonna say it, say it with your chest, say it with your face, say it with your profile, right? So we see Jen and Meredith. Meredith goes over to Jen's house, and they're basically talking about the whole, oh, it's Ramadan, namaste, Jen. I'm like, girl. So she basically talks about, well, you know, this is Ramadan, so, you know, I don't have to be less stressed. This is the perfect time for people if they want to come talk to me. Meredith basically piggybacks off of that. Was she like, well, you know, that's a good segue because, you know, Dana, I want to invite her to the trip because I just feel like y'all had a rough start. It was just bad communication. I don't feel like it was bad communication. Like I said in my last video, I do feel like Dana inserted herself and she wants to have a beef with Jen because she knows that that's what she needs to do to try to get on the show. 1 and 2, I mean, Dana isn't wrong with why she has a problem with Jen. I just feel like it was kind of unprovoked. Like, yeah, Dana's right, but I mean, Jen didn't do anything per se to you. You just inserted your opinion and it got back to Jen. So, Meredith basically persuades Jen to invite Dan on the trip, so that's what she did. I'm still so confused with their relationship.
Beyond. I'm in charge of the event. You have now been given the title of the CEO of Fun. Usually that's me.
Yes.
Because with Meredith, I'm just like, literally last season, all last season, y'all been dogging each other out in each other's face, this and the third. But now everything is just cool and copacetic. Like, it's just kind of weird that Meredith gets over this whole situation with Jen, and they're so like giggly and laughy. But with Lisa, baby, I mean, I get Lisa did blow her head top off, but still, I'm just like, with Lisa, it's just such a problem. We segue over, we see everybody basically getting ready for the trip, and Whitney talks to her husband about Heather and how Heather is mad, and then they go from being angry with each other, then Heather's over here seeing her and just like, oh my God, Whitney, I didn't think you're coming. Oh my God, this is great. And she just like, this whole situation is just weird because we could literally have a blow up, and then the next day she's over here like sending me flowers or saying I love you and this and the third. So just she don't know who she's gonna get with Heather. And we basically segue over again to the girls arriving at the airport, and everybody arrives. Dana does not speak to Jen. I mean, I'm not surprised. Why would she?
How are you? How are you? What's up, Angie? How are you? You look beautiful. See you. Hey, good morning.
And Jen's over here getting mad, like, why wouldn't she speak to me? Because I'm hosting the trip and I let her come on the trip, this and the third.
How are you not gonna acknowledge the person who invited you? Well, I didn't invite her, Meredith did.
I'm just like, with Dana not about to just fake the fun, just like, hey Jen, oh my God, hey girl, like, y'all ain't cool. She don't know you like that. Y'all not friends. She's a guest of a guest. So for you to just want everybody to bow down, I feel like with Jen's the same thing with Mia in the last episode. Jen wants everybody to do everything she says with no question, and she's the boss. She's the head girl in charge. And to be honest, these are all grown women, and that's not gonna happen. So Jen's just going to have to get used to it. And Whitney's domestic trip shade. They arrive in San Diego. Everything is really nice. Like I said, the girls get in the Sprinter. They cheersing, and Angie basically talks about the accommodations and how it's like, one of her close friends, it's their house, and 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms. It's a beautiful house. They arrive to the house, and when I tell you, like, the house is gorgeous. It looks like something from Malibu, or it looks like a beach house, but not really. It is all white outside. There's a pool and like 3 little cabanas. Like, everything is really gorgeous, especially for it to be in San Diego. Jen giving Meredith talking about, yeah, Meredith is the CEO of fun, and don't get me wrong, I like Meredith, but she don't really give me CEO of fun. Like, no, at all. Angie's low-key bossy, yeah. So she's doing the house tour, showing everybody where the rooms are. Everybody's picking their rooms, doing that and the third. So she really is just like taking charge, because Jen is just like chilling. She's not saying nothing. Angie's taking the tour, in which, I mean, it's her friend's house, so why wouldn't she take the tour, right? Jen is getting mad because she's just like, well, I'm hosting this trip, so why are you just taking charge? That's what she's telling Angie. They go to the master bedroom, and Angie's like, well, this is my room. She jumps to the bed, and Jen is just like face cracked. She was like, shouldn't the host of the trip get the master bedroom? And my whole thing with Jen is just like, you, for the last 2 seasons and 5 trips, you had the master bedroom. So for you to over here huff and puff and get mad about you didn't get the master bedroom this time, it is very irritating, egotistical, and for her to think that she's supposed to get something because she's hosting it. No. Like, let's say one of my friend said, Leah, you can use my house while y'all go on this trip. Cool. Yeah, I'm getting a master bedroom because that's my friend. I don't care if you're hosting the trip or not. That's none of my business. At the end of the day, this is my friend, so I'm going to stay in this room because this is my friend, period. So Jen's mad, and she's mad. She's just huffing and puffing and saying little sly stuff under her breath. The tension starts growing, and Angie feels the tension, so they go downstairs.
I'm confused. I just need to know where I'm going.
You're right next to me.
Even though I'm planning this, I don't know where I'm going.
Well, you're right next to me.
Okay, you're not isolated.
Yeah.
And Angie starts talking, and Jen was like, well, since I'm the host, I should be able to say something. So Angie's just like, okay, cool, whatever, take it. So everybody's sensing the tension.
Why don't you say it then? Because you really up the room situation.
And all of a sudden, Jen just pours wine over Angie's head.
We're all paying attention. Let's do this.
And Angie, rightfully so, is mad. And all of the girls have mixed emotions, and I'm just kind of confused with Meredith and Heather, because if somebody threw wine on you, I don't think that y'all would be, oh my God, you know, it's just fine. It's fine.
I would classify this as a rule number 3 fun bitch move. Apparently Angie doesn't like having anything poured on her. So, noted.
Goodbye.
First of all, I feel like Angie is very aware that there's a camera in her face and millions of people would see this. So it is kind of humiliating that somebody just poured wine on your face and they're supposed to be your best friend of 20 years. That y'all been friends since college. So that's where I'm just kind of confused that you just like, oh, well, you know, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. Why are you mad? Why is she mad? So, like I said, Angie basically tells her, like, you know what? This is what you want to be the host of the trip. You go ahead, finish it. Cool, I'm gone. So she walks off and storms off.
Tell everyone about the trip.
I'm sorry, I thought I could joke around with you, but
Okay, I'm good.
And Lisa falls behind her and basically checks on her, make sure she's okay. And like I said, Angie said, like, you know, me and Jen been knowing each other for 20 years. We've been best friends since college. And I'm just questioning, like, best friends. Like, these friends that come on this show is kind of crazy. Because, like, with Jacqueline and with Mia, Jacqueline literally is a dog on a leash to Mia. And Angie is basically was supposed to be that same way for Jen. But I feel like Jen is the type of person where if you fall out of line, then I'm going to put you back in line by pouring that wine on her head, because Jen wanted to assert some type of dominance over Angie to let her know that you can do what you want to do, but you're not going to do anything better than me. So that's why she poured that wine over her head to check Angie, to put her back in her place. Angie wasn't going for it. And that's when Lisa, like, you tells her, like, you know, I feel like Jen is mad about the room and this, that, and the third. Lisa was like, oh, you know, I wish I should have said something in that moment, but, you know, I should have said something in front of all the girls, but I just didn't. I just feel so bad about it. I don't know what it is about Jen in this group of girls. I just feel like, being that she's literally about to go to jail, prison, they're like, well, you know, we're going to give her a break, cut her some slack. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. Whitney's on the same type of time where she's just like, yeah, I don't see where the fun part at, because if you pour wine in my head, rightfully so, you're gonna be pissed. Angie talks to her about, well, you know, I paid for Jen's party for Coach Shah, and I didn't ask her for the $15,000 that I paid for the party, and I hosted that party.
I took care, I not only planned Sharif's birthday party, all of it, I paid for the entire party.
But it's just crazy, because my whole thing is, am I just aloof and dumb that I know that Angie wanted Jen to have that party at her house because Angie's trying to get herself on that show. Angie wants to be seen and wanted to be on the show. So she was like, yeah, have your party at my house. My house just got built. Angie's house is amazing. So why not? So that was a smart tactic for her. But for Jen just to be like, oh, well, you didn't send me no bill, you didn't send me this and the third, it's just kind of crazy. But I'm going too far. Let's scale it back. Angie starts to cry, and because the tension and everything, and Lisa's consoling her. And, you know, like I said before, like, you over here get wine thrown on you in front of millions of people. I don't see why anybody wouldn't be pissed off, right?
Oh, I could see it. I like felt so bad. I feel so bad for you, Aunt. No.
So Dana and Heather, they segue over and they talk about Jen's behavior, and Dana's just like, you know, y'all, I don't know why y'all condone her behavior. I was like, you didn't stop her, you didn't say anything. That's what she's saying to Heather, and Heather was just like, you know, this is my friend. What was I supposed to do? Like, people do these things repeatedly, because if you let somebody do something and disrespect you over and over, then they're gonna keep doing it. Disrespect is disrespect. So Dana, I like Dana, because I feel like Dana has a mindset that is just like of the viewer. Common sense. Like, Dana was literally in the background, didn't say anything. She peeped the whole situation. So she just like, that's your friend, why don't you say anything? And Heather was just like, well, you know, with the host of the trip, don't go against the host. Girl, what? That's the thing about Heather. It's just sometimes she just seems so weak, and I don't want to say that about Heather, because I feel like she's still likable on the show, so like Heather. But I don't know what it is with Heather and Jen, but yeah, a flashback with Angie talking to her husband, and talking to her husband, she said, you know, Jen's going to jail for conning people and I feel like I've been conned. That's what you get. Jen is outside talking to Meredith and Whitney, just like, I don't know what her problem is. Why are you mad about wine getting thrown on you? It's just a joke. It's just fun. It's supposed to be a fun trip, this, that, and the third. Why is she taking it like this and being so just mean? And
It's not like I threw her in the pool or ripped her weave out or sent you home at the curbside at the airport.
I'm just like, for Jen to have this perspective and just try to play off and just try to act like she didn't do something wrong, that's how I know she was lying, that she didn't steal $17 million from these people, allegedly. So I just ain't got time for it. So at the end of the day, like, I already know. I was just like, yeah, you really can't believe a lot of stuff that Jen be saying. So I was just over it. The girls get on the sprinter, and Angie K just basically ate Jen up from the beginning of that scene to the end. And Whitney kicks it off. She's just like, well, you know, I feel like y'all need to have a convo. And Jen was just like, well, you know, people just don't like when I tell the truth. So Angie looking like, girl, she was like, you know what, there's already too much tension. Let's just let everything, you know, let's not make nobody else uncomfortable. So Jen's like, who am I making uncomfortable? I'm not making nobody uncomfortable. And that's when, you know, shots start flowing.
Head over the middle of your head so it dripped down your face. I'm so sorry.
Just to the side. That doesn't count.
And Angie was just like, you know what you need to do is give me an apology, because throwing wine on people is not acceptable behavior. Jen was like, you need to apologize to me. And I'm just like, what does she need to apologize to you for? It's crazy. The way this woman's mind works is almost like a narcissist, but I don't know too much. I haven't studied that much cases on narcissists, so I don't know, but it's just the first thing comes to mind, right? So Angie was just like, well, you know, let's raise. She said, if anybody thought Jen pouring wine on me was funny, raise your hand.
To drink on myself too. I didn't mean it in that type of way. Should we do a raise your hand moment? Raise your hand. Who thought it was funny? Did anyone here think it was funny?
Nobody raised their hand. Even the two, Meredith and Heather, that was in the confessionals talking about, oh, it's just like, you know, it's fun. It's nothing crazy. But they didn't raise their hand when she asked, right? So Jen over here tries to dumb it down with just like, you know, I'm just trying to have fun and lighten the mood. How is that lighten the mood? I don't know anybody that's already in a situation that is that with tension, that gets wine thrown in their face. And to be honest, I know girls right now that's gonna throw hands. So, right. So Angie's like, you know what? I don't care about none of that. I don't care if it was fun for you. It wasn't fun for me. And then Angie, she brings up the whole Sharif party.
And with Sharif's party, I had to plan the whole party, and I paid for that entire party. No, you did not. What did you pay for?
And she was like, you know what? You didn't pay your $15,000 bill for the party that I paid for. And then Jen over here like, yes, I did. Oh my God, you're lying. You're like doing the whole dramatics. But my whole thing is, throughout the whole conversation, if you heard what she said in the beginning towards the end, the beginning she said she paid it. Towards the end, she's saying, you never asked me for money. So which one was it? Did you pay or did you not? Right? And now Angie's just like, well, you know, at the end of the day, when we get back to Salt Lake City, I'm gonna have an invoice for you so you can pay that $15,000 bill. Go ahead and just give Angie a snowflake at this point, because she knew what she had to do. And like I said, disrespect is disrespect wherever it is. And Heather just sitting there just like, well, you know, she sucker punched Jen with this whole throwing the party in her face. That is so wrong.
Unload it like that in front of all of us feels like a sucker punch. It feels mean, and it feels ugly.
How is it wrong when you offered your house? You didn't offer your money. You offered your house to host a party. You didn't offer to pay the whole entire party. And baby girl had receipts. She's just going off the list of all the money. 30,000. She had 3,000, 5,000, 6,000, 300, 100. Just going off the list. And I'm just like, I mean, at this point, she got the proof. So if she do take you to court, she probably not gonna get the money for it, just because, I mean, those victims probably gonna get the money first before she would. But I mean, it is what it is. She might just want to just go ahead and chalk that up. Like Angie, she just keep going. She's not letting Jen breathe. And she was like, you know, I feel humiliated. You humiliated me, and you should be embarrassed for what you just did. You're acting immature. And she said, I'm a respected woman. And Jen said, me too. She said, are ya?
Respected woman.
So am I.
Are ya?
Yes, I am.
How come you can't keep a friendship then with anybody?
You know, I feel like Jen is going through a lot of stuff. So I even have gave her grace in my reviews. So I've gave her grace because, you know, I don't want to kick somebody when they down. But on this show, that's what I'm talking about, is on the show, Jen acts like, you know, nothing happened, that she didn't do anything, that she didn't steal money from people. So, I mean, at this point, if she's acting like she didn't steal money from people, then I don't really have to hold back, right? Right. So Jen's talking about, well, you know, I gave you a $5,000 necklace. Baby girl said, why would I wear that $5,000 necklace out in public? So
Southern District of New York find me and take the necklace off my neck.
she'll be over here, CSI, spy agents just come down out the sky, grab the necklace and go right back up. Like, ain't nobody got time. And she ends the combo and she was just like,
Bitch.
You say bitch?
You're being a bitch.
So are you, Angie?
Yeah, I am right now.
you know, she did her big one. The episode ends with them getting on the boat, and Jen's just trying to figure out, like, what is Angie's motive?
I'm not sure what her angle is right now. Why would I ever ask, just host a party at someone's house?
And people got to realize it don't have to be a motive. Like, we could be friends, we could be acquaintances, we could just meeting each other. But when you disrespect somebody, and when there is an action that you just took, that action is followed up with a reaction. You know, so it's just like, for you to take those course of action and just think that you could do whatever you want to people, and then people are just supposed to just take it, or they're supposed to react the way you want them to react. That's not how the world works. So at the end of the day, I'm not mad with Angie. Angie did what she had to do because she felt violated. Like, you threw wine on her, no matter if you were joking or not, period. So perspectives on certain situations is just what it is. So like I said before, I'm with Angie. Give Angie a snowflake, give Dana a snowflake. Call it what it is. But y'all, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for the subscribes and all of the interactions and comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.